Hi everyone, hope you're all doing well. I'm back for take 2 of my video. Of course, just a second, I'm looking for my volume here. Of course, there you go. Why are you late? Okay. Of course, I got a policy violation, so I want to avoid that completely. So I rewrote my entire post, and I will be just reading about the history of L. reuteri and then pointing out, sorry, let me get my post up here. Where are we? Sorry. I'm still editing. Okay, so I'm not going to go over my, reread my first post from yesterday. I'm just not going there. So I'm doing the history of Limosilactobacillus reuteri, commonly known as the breast milk probiotic. And you may have first discovered your connection between breastfeeding and all of these T-cell mediated conditions based on this probiotic alone and how it was introduced into the market for infant colic. So, I don't even know where I'm going to begin this, but I'm just going to basically read some highlights here. Limosilactobacillus reuteri, formerly Lactobacillus reuteri, is one of the best studied beneficial bacteria naturally associated with humans. It has likely co-evolved with humans for thousands of years as a normal inhabitant of the gastrointestinal tract, particularly the small intestine, where it helps maintain a healthy microbial ecosystem. In addition to colonizing the gut, L. reuteri is naturally found in breast milk, the skin, and the urinary tract. During breastfeeding, it is transferred from mother to infant, helping establish the developing gut microbiome during the critical first months of life. This early transfer is closely linked to milk biology. Because humans do not produce lactose, lactose is synthesized exclusively in the mammary glands during lactation as the primary carbohydrate in breast milk. Its biological purpose is to nourish the growing infant while also providing a substrate for beneficial gut microbes. Humans produce lactase, the enzyme that digests lactose, except within the mammary gland during milk production. Infants naturally produce high levels of lactase, but this production wanes after weaning, resulting in typical lactose intolerance. A genetic adaptation known as lactase persistence evolved independently in several dairy farming populations in Europe, Africa, and the Middle East, allowing continued digestion of lactose through adulthood. This evolutionary relationship between milk, lactose, and beneficial microbes such as L. reuteri highlights the intimate connection between mammalian nutrition and the development of the infant microbiome. Historically, L. reuteri was a common member of the human microbiome, but modern studies suggest that its prevalence, like bifido, has declined dramatically in industrialized countries, where only about 10 to 20% of adults naturally harbor the organism. Researchers believe this decline may be related to widespread antibiotic use, cesarean deliveries, reduced breastfeeding, improved sanitation, dietary changes, and the consumption of highly processed foods, all of which altered the composition of the modern gut microbiome. One reason L. reuteri has attracted significant scientific interest is its remarkable ability to survive the harsh conditions of the gastrointestinal tract. Unlike transient probiotics, L. reuteri is a true human symbiont that has adapted to tolerate stomach acid and bile salts, allowing it to temporarily colonize the intestine after consumption. It produces reuteri, a broad-spectrum antimicrobial compound that suppresses many pathogenic bacteria, fungi, and other harmful microorganisms, while helping preserve a balanced intestinal microbiota. Research also shows that L. reuteri strengthens the intestinal barrier, supports tight junction integrity, and promotes regulatory T cells that help control excessive inflammation and maintain immune tolerance. So, interest in L. reuteri expanded considerably after strains isolated from human breast milk, particularly DSM 17938, demonstrated benefits for infant digestive health, including reducing colic and supporting normal gastrointestinal development. Today, these strains are widely incorporated into probiotic supplements and fermented dairy products. Although supplemental L. reuteri typically colonize the intestine only transiently, regular consumption can help replenish this increasingly uncommon member of the modern human microbiome. So in 2020, advances in bacterial genomics led to a major reclassification of the large Lactobacillus genus. As a result, Lactobacillus reuteri was renamed Limosilactobacillus reuteri. This taxonomic change reflected improved understanding of evolutionary relationships among lactic acid bacteria, rather than in any change in the organism itself. So then I'm going to, it goes on to explain how these two strains are mentioned in the next post, and what the difference is between them. So it generally does not hang around after you stop consuming it. So you have to go back and find that specific sentence, but it normally doesn't hang around. So you have to keep consuming it. Yeah, you have to keep replenishing it. So it's like milk. When you take probiotics in milk, you have the bioreactor. And when you stop consuming milk, lactose, the bioreactor reverts back to its previous state. So for that reason, this is something that you would have, the famous L. reuteri yogurt. This is something that you would have to keep consuming. And that leads me to YouTube and a particular video, which I'm just going to post here on my screen because it's not really about this person and it's not really about L. reuteri yogurts, but it's about how one person can say something and if I tried to say the same thing, my content would be flagged. So I'm just going to put the name of the channel and the name of the video, which has 738K views. And trust me, this is not about her. This is about a basic principle. In which obviously this channel is monetized. Obviously the person monetizing it is YouTube. And honestly, that means that YouTube is not only promoting this video, they are promoting this statement. But when I didn't even make a similar statement. I didn't even promote anything. The only thing I did was choose my click-through, and that would take you to my site. And that's, there was no definite explanation of what I specifically said that led to that ad policy violation. So I don't know. So I'm not going to, I'm just going to post the name of this video, the name of the channel, and again, it has 738K views. And trust me, it's not about her. I'm fabulous. She's found help. I'm fabulous. She found her famous L. reuteri yogurt promoted by Dr. William Davis, I believe is his name, from Wheat Belly fame, who was wrong then, and he's now featured on HMOs, I believe, recommended by, well, I'm not even going to say that. Yeah, I'm just going to say Dr. William Davis. And are you kidding me? Here's another one using the exact phrase that I use. And if he was on YouTube using that exact phrase, I'm sure he would get a pass. Please tell me how this works because I'm not getting it. Yeah. I had no idea that was there. I'm on their site and I'm checking his name and I'm checking all of the doctors who are now on the HMO bandwagon. And I might not even be allowed to say that. We'll see. But okay, that's my where's my post, which I changed the title. I deleted the video. And if you want the story, how to take something from a transient change to a permanent change, I would suggest you stick with my channel. Otherwise, you're going to be making El reuteri for the rest of your life. So, okay, everyone. Yeah, I worked until 9 o'clock last night, only to come back and see that my promotion was pending, and then only to see a big red limited, what's the word? Limited something. I don't want to get limited anything, and I don't want to violate any policies and keep violating them, and then I will get my channel kicked off YouTube. So that is why I am changing this entire post and this entire video. But trust me, you probably won't want to miss it. Okay, everyone, thanks so much for your time. And I'm going to get this finished, hopefully before 9 p.m. tonight, and visit my site to see what's new. That would be on the homepage and in the menu. And I would appreciate it if you check it out. And remember, my new book should be out definitely by the middle of August, because it has to be, because my editor won't be available. Okay, thanks again, everyone. Thank you so much for your time, and thank you most of all for your support. You have a great day and a great week. Bye.